listeners. I'm Brian Ramsey, and today we're kicking off a new series around questions you should ask your current financial advisor or questions you should ask a financial advisor if you're interviewing for a new one. This question is very straightforward, and that is, how are you compensated? Now, it's very important you understand how that advisor is going to be compensated. And secondly, you want to make sure that that compensation structure is in line with your perceived value of the advice that you're receiving from that advisor. Now, there's four main ways that we are compensated. First is transaction-based, meaning if you invest in a particular mutual fund or you place a trade for a particular stock, that advisor can receive compensation. You just want to make sure you ask, hey, are you receiving compensation? If the answer is yes, how much compensation you're receiving for placing that trade? And again, you want to make sure that that's in line, or you perceive that as a fair value for the services that you're receiving. Number two is planning. We can charge planning fees that ranges anywhere, let's say, from $1,000 and more, depending on the complexity. And typically, when we're talking about planning, we're saying that you're receiving full financial advice on a lot of different areas over the course of, let's say, 12 months, and you're paying a flat fee for that 12 months of advice. Third is what we call flat fee pricing or asset-based pricing. And typically what this is you're being charged a particular percentage, anywhere, let's say, from 1 to 1.5% of the assets that advisor manages over the course of a year. And that charge, typically quarterly, is when that fee is charged. So you take the 1 or 1.5% divided by 4, and that's the fee that's charged on the assets over the course of a year. And then fourth is product sales. And what we're talking about is typically annuities, life insurance, disability insurance. Every time an advisor places a trade or a transaction in annuity or life insurance, disability insurance, we receive compensation typically from the insurance company that we place that trade with. So what you often see is advisors say, oh, well, you, the client, you're not paying anything, but in all reality you are, because it's built into the price of that particular widget that you're investing in. And you just want to make sure you understand, if you're investing in that widget, you want to make sure you fully understand from that advisor how much that advisor is being compensated. And I will tell you, the most important thing is annuities. Annuities pay a lot of commission, and so that's why they get such a bad reputation in our industry, is because they're pushed a lot because the compensation is so high. So if you have an advisor and you're working with an advisor that suggests that you invest in an annuity, just make sure you ask, how much are you receiving in compensation? And they have to disclose that to you, by the way. And I think sometimes if you ask that question, you'll be shocked at the amount of compensation that advisor is receiving for placing a single trade in an annuity. But anyway, so that's it for today. Again, make sure you ask that question. How much are you compensated? I think you'll be surprised at how fair the fees can be sometimes, and I think you'll be surprised at the other end is how much the compensation can be. But again, the most important thing, you just want to make sure that whatever the compensation is in line with how you perceive the value of that particular financial advisor's advice. That's the most important thing. Tune in next week. We're going to cover another topic or another question of questions you should be asking your financial advisor. Have a good week. Hi, thank you so much for watching our blog series. We really appreciate it. If you like the content that we're producing, just make sure you give us a big old thumbs up. If you want to subscribe to our channel, make sure you get the weekly blog. Just hit the subscribe button below. And if you like the content, make sure you share it. We would greatly appreciate it. Thanks a lot.